Hi, my name is Alyssa and I'm 25 years old and I just had a hiatal hernia repair with a Nissen Fundoplication full wrap done. I just posted a video. You can check it out. It's about my history of GERD, seeking out a surgeon, post-op, and day of surgery. I am now going to go through the next couple days. Day 2 was very painful. I could not get out of bed without assistance. I really slept with a pillow under my legs for support. I slept with about 3 or 4 pillows behind my back to make sure that I was sitting a little bit more upright. Airplane pillows, they are great for this recovery. I kind of didn't think about it until day 3, and I was just in so much neck pain. My shoulders hurt. The gas was working through my body. And it was great to have that neck pillow because I could kind of just doze off and my neck would be supported. And I was finding difficulty in that when I would go to sleep the first night and the second night. Day 2, I didn't really have much appetite, if I'm honest. That's also a side effect of the hydrocodone that I was prescribed. I had chicken broth. I had applesauce and water. I didn't really have anything else besides that, and I really didn't drink very much day 1. I was in pain, and it was very uncomfortable. I felt like you just did a million crunches and you're sore. You're extremely sore. So take your time. Every time I got out of bed, I really had to kind of hold my gut. In the first video, I explained that I recommend getting an abdominal binder. I found one on Amazon. I think it was about $30. I'm sure you could find one cheaper or from like CVS or like a drugstore. I wish I had that before surgery. I had a friend recommended it to me. She actually saw this procedure be done at a different hospital on a different patient, but she is in nursing school, and she said, oh no, you should get that. That would be great for you. So I have that coming in the mail, and I'll definitely keep you updated on how well that does. But for the meantime, I've really been holding a pillow to my stomach to kind of support everything. Excuse me if I hiccup in between. Day 2, I wasn't nauseous at all. I didn't throw up. I didn't have any acid reflux. For the first time in 4 years, I had no acid reflux, and that is amazing to me. Another thing that I really noticed was significant was I was constantly congested. When you have acid reflux and it goes up into your mouth, it also goes up into your nasal cavity, and your body's natural response to that is to produce mucus to protect the vessels. You know, your nose, everything in your face is so sensitive. So if your esophagus is being burned, imagine how your nostrils are going to be, you know, from that. So I was constantly congested for about 4 years, even so much so that I told our last landlord when we moved out of our apartment about a year ago, I told them to check for mold because I honestly wasn't sure if I was living in homes that had mold and that was causing the congestion or what it was. And after more research, I found that people were saying that they were congested from their acid reflux. I 100% believe that is true now. I am congested free of congestion. I can breathe through my nose. It's wonderful. I miss it. It's been great. It's the little things you appreciate in recovery, you know, even when you are in dire pain and it hurts so much. I experienced laughing, and that was so painful. I was in tears for a good couple minutes. And you have to take deep breaths. You have to not think about it. I watched a lot of TV and just sitting around on my phone and not looking at anything that would make me laugh. That was kind of depressing. It's kind of lonely, you know. I personally think my boyfriend is very funny, and it was very difficult for me not to be around him at times, most of the time. He took 3 days off of work to take care of me, and I just couldn't be around him for 3 days besides asking him to get me things or help me get out of bed. It's a very humbling experience asking for help. I try to help others the most I can, and I'm glad that I had somebody who was there to take care of me when I needed it. I needed help getting in and out of bed. I tried doing it myself to get out of bed, and that just was extremely painful. It was not enjoyable. It was not fun. It was really hard. I am on a higher bed frame. I wish that I was staying on a lower bed frame. Maybe that would have been easier for me to get in and out of bed. Another thing is I didn't sleep much the first night. Day 1 into day 2, I did not sleep very much. I was up every 2 hours, taking medication every 4 hours. I couldn't get comfortable. You really have to lay on your back, and I'm a side sleeper. I roll around in my sleep a lot. So my boyfriend slept on the couch, actually, so that he didn't have to interfere with my space, I guess to say. I kind of blocked my whole body off with pillows. I also have 2 cats that tend to jump on the bed and also will jump on you. So I kind of had to chase them off so that they weren't really around when I was sleeping, because I didn't want them to jump on my stomach. Because they would. They like to lay on my chest. But day 2 was all right. It was hard to take deep breaths. It hurt to talk. Not much of an appetite. I got applesauce down. We got some sugar-free applesauce, and we got sugar-free Jell-O, because I didn't want anything with sugar in it, just because I didn't want to induce gastro dumping. But I did drink a natural laxative tea. You want to get your digestive system going. This also helps you flatulate and pass gas so that you can move all of that carbon dioxide out of your body. And it just was lonely. You know, I don't know if I would have rather been in pain or have been lonely, but I had a great support system. I had people checking up on me all the time. Day 2 into day 3, I slept a little bit better. I was allowed to increase my dosage of pain meds. So at night, I increased the dosage just so that I could get a good night's sleep. Sorry, I'm getting out of breath. My stitch actually hurts a little right now. Day 3 was wonderful. I could actually shower for the first time. I had to call my doctor to ask him if I had steri-strips or stitches, because I didn't know if I had to wrap my body in plastic around the surgical sites and not get them wet, or if I could get them wet. And he said that I could remove the bandages because I had steri-strips, and I could just run warm water over them, no soap or anything, and that should keep them good. So day 3, I took a shower, and that felt so nice. But standing up for long periods of time was difficult. It was a very quick shower, and I needed assistance in and out of the shower for that. So definitely get somebody you don't mind being naked around, if that's the case. And I'm thankful from my help. My boyfriend's been awesome with my recovery, and I'm very gracious for that. Day 3, I really started to pick up an appetite. There was moments where I definitely was like, oh, I'm hungry. I would have a little bit of applesauce and a little bit of water and tea, and then I would get full. I definitely haven't been getting in a lot of calories. I was told week 1, full liquid diet. Besides the Jell-O and the applesauce, I could have those, but everything else was liquid. I tried beef broth. I did not like it. I actually preferred the chicken broth. It had a little bit more salt in it and was a little bit better. And I could get those all down just fine. Day 3, I was able to consume a lot more water. In my first video, I kind of mentioned I didn't drink more than maybe half a liter of water in a day, besides my teacups. Like just straight water, I didn't have very much. Day 2 and day 3, I really had some electrolyte water, like Pedialyte. That was good to have on hand. And I'm thankful for that. The gas pain, man, just moving through your shoulders. Day 3 was probably the worst. I did not like that. That was very painful. I could feel it bubbling up under my rib cage, and there was nothing I could do. I know that when you are completely put out, your whole digestive system kind of gets stunned, you know? It's kind of shocked by what's going on, and I kind of pushed on my gut where it wasn't sensitive, to kind of wake up my digestive system, try to get gas moving through my body, and just, you know, normal basic functions of your gut. I haven't had a stomach ache, no acid reflux, still clear breathing. I don't feel congested at all, no fevers. And moving into day 4, I was able to cut my pain meds in half. I was probably going every 8 hours without pain medication. And it was mainly at night and when I first woke up that I really needed the pain medication. My boyfriend made me laugh, and I was in tears for 10 minutes. And that was on day 4. Day 3, day 4, they all kind of blurred together for me, honestly. Day 3, day 4, that left me so sore, so tender. I'm still in pain from that, from laughing, and he felt so bad. But I couldn't help it. So don't laugh if you can help it. I've kind of learned ways around it. I have to take a lot of deep breaths. Oh, hot flashes. Every time I was in pain, like a shock of pain, like my body was super confused and I would get hot all of a sudden. Also, my sense of smell has increased. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be. But there was something in our fridge that just did not smell good to me. My boyfriend couldn't smell it. I could smell it. I had to leave the room because I was gagging. I thought it was the most disgusting thing ever. And he cleaned out the fridge and I still could smell it. And I just don't know. Still, when I open up the fridge, I still smell it. And he smells nothing. I don't know what it is, but my sense of smell has been heightened. Probably because I'm not eating normal foods. And we're not cooking anything, so everything is kind of a little bit more hyper aware. But yeah, day 4 was good. I sat outside for the first time. I had been kind of trapped in my room for about 3 days, just because I did not want to get out of my bed, but it felt so nice to sit in the sun. It felt nice to get fresh air, and it's good for you to do. And in the sense of walking around, I really only was walking around in my house. I wasn't going out on walks for 5-10 minutes. I wasn't ready for that. Even talking for long periods of time, I kind of get winded. Day 5, which is today, I woke up. I'm still chicken broth, tea, water, I'm drinking a lot more water. Jello, I'm really kind of over it. I see the doctor on Friday. Today is Tuesday, so I have another about 4 days before I can be told whether or not I can move into a different like softer diet, soft liquid diet, mashed potatoes, boiled vegetables, things like that. I haven't felt any dysphagia. Nothing has gotten stuck. The first day 1 through 3, I could tell my esophagus was definitely tender. When I would swallow water or swallow broth, I definitely would kind of burp a little. And it just kind of felt really tight. But now when I drink things, it's not bad at all. There is a little bit, I kind of get a hiccup here or there that's a little uncomfortable. It's been about, I took pain medication at about 10:30 this morning. It's now 3:40 and I haven't had any other pain medication. I don't feel the need to take any pain medication until maybe I go to sleep tonight. It's been pretty manageable, and I would only take the pain medication just because I have a little bit left and I want to make sure I get rest. Tomorrow is the day I am going to actually work remotely for the first time. I do have that option with my job, which is great. And I want to be off of the opiates by the time I start work. So this will, day 5 is going to be the last day I take my pain medication. And I want to make sure that I get that all out of my system, because I do return back to work physically on Monday. And so that will give me another 5 days of really detoxing my body of that and getting that all out. Today I was tired. I woke up with energy, but the moment I got up and I was walking around, I felt exhausted. And I was sitting outside, I was drinking my broth and my tea and my water, and I had about half a cup of applesauce is all I've had today. Half a cup of chicken broth, half a cup of applesauce, water, and a little, maybe a half a cup of tea is all I've had, and it's now almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am hungry. I am going to take a shower here in the next couple minutes, so that will be good. I've taken a shower daily since day 3, day 4, now it'll be day 5. I just want to make sure that since I'm not applying, peroxide or anything on my bandages, on my steri strips, that they stay clean, and that I stay clean. I don't want infection. It is December. Everybody around me is getting sick, and I don't want to get sick either. So I want to make sure that I stay clean. I have been wearing a lot of loose clothing, clothes that are not tight on your body. I wore a lot of pajama pants. I highly recommend those. Don't try jeans. It might push your stomach up and be kind of uncomfortable. I think that if I'm able to sleep without a pillow under my legs now. Last night was about the first night I was able to kind of turn a little bit more than before, because everything before I was laying upright like I am now, with an airplane pillow and sleeping like that for the past 3-4 days. So I think that once you get to that point, if you can get to day 4, it really picks up. I noticed a significant difference in my pain and how I felt on day 4 and on day 5. My energy's picked up a little bit more. I went for a walk today. It was about 4 blocks. I did have my boyfriend go with me. I don't think I'm considered a fall risk anymore, but it definitely left me winded. I definitely had to go very slow. Take your time. It's recovery. This is a major surgery. This is not something to rush. I know that if tomorrow I wake up and I'm not feeling that great and I don't want to work, I know that I have that option. I know not everybody does. I highly recommend people are able to take the time off that they need for work. I I can work remotely, and I'm coherent, and I won't be on pain medication, so I will be clear-minded. And so I am in a position to work from home. And I think the best advice I can give to kind of end this is just be patient with yourself. Excuse me, another hiccup. It's going to take some time for recovery, and it's not going to be overnight. You are going to feel worlds better days later. I know I've had people reach out to me that I've never ever talked to before in my life, and they want to know how my experience was because they were on the fence about it. Do it. If you are a candidate for the Nissen Fundoplication, you have a hiatal hernia, do it. I highly recommend it. If you can deal with the pain, I was so worried about the pain. And yes, it's been hard. There are highs, there are lows. Get a good support system going. It is worth it in the end. It's day 5, and I've had no acid reflux. My stomach feels worlds better. Digestion, worlds better. In just 5 days. I'm amazed. And I'm so thankful for the option I was provided. This is so much better than staying on PPIs for the next 10, 20, 30 years of my life and just not giving into the surgery. I know that it can be expensive for people. Find the means. Find a way. I was in a good position with my insurance that I don't have to pay as much as I was quoted out initially. And I'm very grateful for that, because some people might have to pay full price for a surgery like this, which is around $10,000. For some people, it might be $3,000. For me, it will be significantly less than that. I'm hoping after everything goes through. But just do it. Don't be on the fence. Don't be scared. Sure. That's another thing. I've noticed I haven't had any anxiety since my procedure. And I know that some people say that acid reflux causes anxiety. I've had anxiety since high school, so I don't want to 100% say that my anxiety is magically cured because I had surgery, but I feel more at peace. I feel less stressed out. I'm feeling more grateful. And I'm just taking it in baby strides and steps, just really do what you need to do for yourself, because in the end, it will all be worth it. So if that means pushing your gastrologist, I had to push my gastrologist. I pushed him for 6 months, and I saw him every 4 to 5 weeks, getting a different medication change. Since March to December, I had 5 different medication changes. I saw him probably every 4 to 5 weeks, and initially my co-payments were $70. Then they went down to $30 every visit. That's a lot of money. It's expensive. And after I had an upper endoscopy, that cost me about $1,500. It's a lot. And I'm 25. I don't make a ton of money, and I'm thankful that I can now start my debt-free journey. A lot of my debt has been caused by medical stuff. And maybe I'll share that with you guys. Maybe I'll continue making videos, and we can make this thing, and we can be a part of a community. And I want to share my story. So please reach out. If you have questions, please feel free to ask away. I'm an open book. I live in the United States, California. I don't have Kaiser. I have Blue Shield, Blue Cross. That's my insurance. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Direct message me. I'll leave my Instagram name down below if you want to direct message me through there. I have a public profile, and I'm happy to talk to you people. Because I know I'm not the only person that went through this, is going through this. wants to go through this. It's a lot. It's a big decision. And I think it's 100% worth it. And I think you should do it. I think that if you want to and you're on the fence about it, what are the pros and cons? Why are you on the fence? Don't be on the fence. Make a decision. This is your life. This is a life and decision that can lead to freedom, to relief, to joy, to happiness. I'm so much happier. I am so much less stress-free, and I am so glad I did this. So why not live the life you want to have today instead of just waiting? Why wait? Don't wait. Do it now. Act now. So I know this has been a long video, and my other one was 20 minutes long, but I hope that this really kind of tells you a little bit about my journey, and I'll continue to do check-ins with you guys and let you know how I'm feeling, and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.